Hi everyone, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm gonna talk about, this one thing that happens. Well, it's not bad or anything, but it always be like this. Oh, well, Jordan, you're not Jordan, you're not well known. Um, you know, you've been doing this being 7 years, soon to be 8 years on YouTube, and you'd think you would be big by now. You think you'd be well known to have more followers or more watch time or whatever, but you're not. But not that there's nothing wrong with that, because not everyone can make it big. Well, that's true. I never came on YouTube to make it big, as some folks would say or call it. I came on to make films for myself and others, and if folks out there like that, then all good to them. But I never came on YouTube to make it big or be made or whatever folks on YouTube come on to be YouTube for. Yeah, that's probably true. But if the community channel or the followership fair way would do this, you get a lot more watch time for it than you would. Yeah, probably true. Probably true, The only thing I actually got her beat or got a lot of other folks beat is how many films I make, you know. But at the end of the day, it's good, you know. So after putting myself down, well, I didn't put myself down, but after someone tells me, oh, I should have been well known by now, I should have been big by now, I should have had all these followers and all this watch time by now. Well, you do gotta know, Jordan, that you are who you are, and I like your YouTube fairway, and you shouldn't really listen to what Elsa had to say. Yeah, it's true, you should have more followers or more watch time, but the followers you have and the watch time you do have is good. Alright, it might not be good enough to become a mate, but that was never your goal, but it is good enough for the folks who watch your films and follow your work. You're right about that. It's good enough for me and the folks who watch my films and like my work, so I should be happy with my 7 years, soon to be 8 years on YouTube. You know, and who really cares if there's folks who are, bigger than me or well known than me or got mateship than me or whatever. I don't really care at the end. You're right about that, Anna. You are. And I know there's going to be a lot of folks on YouTube who are going to say things like, well, not all of them, but there are going to be some who, they see their YouTube fairway as a business and they handle it as a business and all that stuff. You know, they're the ones out there with a lot of followers and a lot of watch time, and they're the ones out there who, they get all these deals with other businesses for stuff and, for other folks. And who really cares at the end of the day? I mean, like good for them, but at the end of the day, who really cares? I mean, that was never my goal to come on and do any of that stuff. You know, why did I want more oversight on myself or more answerable than I'm already answerable for what I'm answerable for? I mean, yeah, but that's not really what my goal is. And if that makes some YouTube mate out there mad or someone out there irked or wretched that, you know, that, oh, I didn't come on, I don't see my YouTube fairway as a business, or I didn't come on to be a YouTube mate. Well, too bad for that then. Well, I didn't, well, Jordan, I didn't mean it the wrong way. You know, like at the end of the day, Jordan, I didn't mean any any harm by it. I was just saying, that you would think that you being on YouTube for 7 years, soon to be 8 years, you would think that you would get more watch time for it, or more followers for it, or you'd think, oh, that I would get some kind of deal, some business out there. First off, what business is going to want to be around me when they're not going to get no gal back for putting gal in? And as far as the followers go and the watch time goes, I have a lot of followers. Okay, they not as much as some other folks on YouTube who do the same thing I do. Oh well, but I'm happy with the followers I do have, and I'm happy with the watch time I do have. It may never be I'm never going to be as big as, I don't know, the followership fairway or anyone else that I have shown on my YouTube fairway, but it is what it is though. But they're all living beings, man-like, women-like beings, man-like beings, women-like beings, and I'm a doll. So that's pretty big unlikeness between me and them is. Alright? Yeah. I just want to say I'm sad for what I said. Well, Elsa, I forgive you. And did I want to say that, that I want to say that I am happy with which my watch time, with my watch time, with my followers, and with anyone who has backed me over to 7 years, soon to be 8 years. And folks can say a lot of things, but everyone's goal's not the same. And my goal was never to be a YouTube mate. That was never going to be my goal. My goal was never to never have a business. My goal was never to see YouTube or my YouTube fairway as a business. That was never my goal either, and that's never going to happen. You're never going to see no business wises playing in the beginning, middle, and end of my films. Because I made sure about 7 years ago to shift that off. So when the oversight shifted, I would be shielded. Yeah, you're right, Jordan. You're true. Why would you want business wises on your films or on your fairway when, one, if they don't like what you do on your YouTube fairway, then they're gonna go bitch to YouTube. We bought YouTube time, we bought business wise time on her, and she doesn't make enough watch time. Or she said this and said that and we don't like it. Yeah. Good for you, about 7 years ago, going through and shifting that off about 7 years ago. Knowing that, not knowing that one day they would shift that oversight, and if you didn't shift that off, you'd be seeing shit all over your YouTube fairway. Skippable business wises, non-skippable business wises, everything. There'd be all kinds of stuff. So, good thinking. Yeah, that was good thinking. I made sure I did that about 7 years ago, Elsa. So when the oversight shifted, and it did last year, I wouldn't have all that downside on myself. Because I don't think it would work for me. I would have to be answerable to the folks who bought. Well, the truth is, YouTube and Google will be answerable for any for the fairways or the films that these folks bought the time on. Like I did it. But at the end of the day, I made sure that would never happen to me. So Anyway, now it's just me talking with Anna and Elsa and Anna from Disney's Frozen and Frozen 2. And, sad for passing a wind if you heard that. But if you like that film, then watch the live stream I made yesterday too, which will be over here. Or follow me here at Jordan Long. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you tomorrow. Forgive yourself, you're a pig.